Hey, good afternoon from the Eagan Civic Arena, where we are moments away from South Suburban Conference Hockey, the Shakopee Sabers and the Eagan Wildcats. Look at the teams warming up, just starting their warm-ups as the JV game before us went 3-3 overtime. Aiden Zilke scoring late for the Wildcats for that 3-3 tie. Shakopee comes into this varsity one. They're 2-2 on the season. Wildcats come in 2-4. So we're looking forward to what should be an awfully good hockey game here at the Eagan Civic Arena. Sure and check back. We'll be with you shortly. You're watching Eagan Wildcat Hockey on YouTube and ETV. We welcome you inside the Eagan Civic Arena, and happy holidays, everybody. The Shakopee Sabers, the Eagan Wildcats, we're getting set for South Suburban Conference hockey action here on a Saturday afternoon. My name is Mike Cook. Pleasure to be joined by Dan Wook, making his inaugural appearance, I believe, on a boys broadcast for us.
That's correct. A number of years ago, my daughter was playing the varsity and so forth on the girls' side, and it was a blast to do this with ETV, and really appreciate a lot of people who get a chance to watch us. They couldn't make it, or from a long distance away, or divide and conquer like a lot of our parents do, and it was a lot of fun. Here we go.
Yeah, Dan, we got the Eagan Wildcats as they hit the ice right now. Eagan Wildcats are 2-4 coming into this one. They won at Bloomington Jefferson 2-1 3 nights ago. A game that Coach Todd Carlson said was probably the most complete game of the year played by the Wildcats.
Yeah, they outshot them about 2.5 or 3-1. Got on the board and saw a nice deflection goal. It was at that game. Nichols made the pass over to Eddie Moore, going to the dirty spot. There's the greasy goals, as Eric Anderson would say. And then another one with Ori across. The first goal is across the point to point. Ori to Kerr. Shot to the side of the net, deflected by Gerard. Lockemeyer staying on the weak side. Big goal.
And for Shakopee, they come in. They played just 24 hours earlier. They took on Chanhassen and lost that one in overtime. Scored with 37 seconds left in regulation by Nate Pedersen, and then gave one up in the overtime. But Alexei Huson, we're going to call that name a lot tonight, the Shakopee netminder. 43 saves against the Storm. And if you remember this game here last year, he stood on his head in this building as well. But right now, let's throw it to Jeff Coleman, the public address announcer here in the Civic Arena, to get things rolling. All right, the anthem is done. The teams have been announced. The litter box is noisy down in the Eagan student section. Shakopee student section starting to fill in as well here in the Civic Arena. Should be a raucous environment here inside the Eagan Civic Arena as we get set for the second home game of the year for the Eagan Wildcats, who are going to wear in the road grays. As you look at A.J. Clark, he'll center one of the lines tonight for the Wildcats. He'll have Gavin Goyle and Briley Conk-Prong with him. Of course, between the pipes, Gabe Gly for your Eagan Wildcats. Number one, been in every game this year for the Wildcats.
Yep. He's made some phenomenal saves here watching the start of the season, and I know goals against average hanging in there right around 3.68, 87% save percentage. So obviously all goaltenders, they want to keep improving on that. But he's their guy to go to, and he's got to come up big again today and stick it for cancer. And
I think for Gabe, those numbers are a bit deceptive. He's been hung out to dry probably a few too many times,
Absolutely.
You could say, this year. And I know Coach Todd Carlson they've been working on that, especially on the defensive end for the Wildcats. So we'll see how that plays out tonight, or this afternoon, I guess we should say technically.
Looks like Goyle's taking the draw here.
Yep. And Cats are going to control the draw. They'll bump it up. Cats wearing their third jerseys today, those gray ones with the blue stripe across the middle, and the hard-to-read numbers on the back, Big E on the front. Shakopee clears it out quickly, and here come the Sabers. Sabers a good mix of, they've got some really good seniors, and they've also got a lot of really good underclassmen on this roster for Calvin Simon's squad. We'll be talking about them throughout the afternoon. I think one key today is going to be how is Shakopee going to hold up after this is their second game in 24 hours. They had that game against Chanhassen yesterday. Just got to make up for that snow out that happened here, I don't know, was that a couple weeks ago now? Speaking of which, the Wildcats against Eastridge, that game is going to be made up here January 11th at the arena. Understand it might be a hair earlier on a start time on that one, but again, Eastridge will be here January 11th. I guess, dare we say, weather permitting.
Always weather permitting in Minnesota. Here we go. This is opportunity. Eagan hopefully can take advantage of this second line, a sophomore and two freshmen for Shakopee.
Yeah, Cooper Seagard is number 11 out there on this line for the Sabres. Nate Pedersen is in the middle, and Cooper Simpson, 21, on the left wing for this Sabre group. As they're going to regroup this time, Carson Steinhoff, a freshman defender for the Shakopee Sabres. This is a kid we're going to be hearing about a lot, I think, in high school league circles is over the next few years. They're just a freshman, number 27 in black. Long shot.
He's averaging about a point a game here, too, for that young man.
Yeah, nice job. And that was Nichols on the block. Shot never got through. A minute and a half into this one. No shots on goal officially in the Civic Arena. Battle down in the corner. What Cats are going to be able to come away with it? Really get out with it. No, kept in nicely that time. That was Kolchkin, number 3 in black for the Sabres. Cats finally dump it out. Should be an icing. Arm is up. Whistle is blown, and we'll have a face-off. I believe to the left of Gabe Gly.
We actually had a chance we won that battle down the corner to your right and stepped out. That was Peyton Jensen stepped out, and just puck kind of slid off his stick as he was starting to move up ice, and that's what kept it in the zone there.
Ben Gerardo center for the Wildcats. He's out there with 19, Danny Lockenmeyer, and number 7, Riley Paulus. Lockenmeyer had a goal in that Jefferson win 3 nights ago now. First year as a regular on the varsity.
Good shot from the point coming in there, and Gabe Gly saw it, looked through the cracks there, and took control.
Yeah, we'll just do this face-off once again. Marshall, he's a junior for Shakopee, 28. If you're a junior, you're almost an elder statesman on this Sabre squad. Lance Murray for the Wildcats. He's out there with Keaton Orey as his defensive partner. All the way down, no icing is going to be called. Riley Paulus hustling down for the Wildcats. Paulus he's going to be playing lacrosse next year. I believe it's a college in Illinois. I'm suddenly drawing a blank on, but going to be playing college lacrosse. Lewis College, thank you.
Love those multi-sport athletes.
Absolutely.
A lot of different skill sets you learn.
Orey couldn't quite get that pass, and will Shakopee be able to bring it out? They can. Knocked off the puck that time. Nice job there by 24. Conk throwing for the Wildcats. And Shakopee, can they get it in the zone? They do, just a hair too far. That was Pedersen down the slot, couldn't quite get the blade on it. Eagan's going to wisely just dump it down. They're going to make a bit of a change behind the play. Shakopee keeps the same 5 out. Opportunity in front. Would have been better if it was a right-handed shot there for the Wildcats. Houston, first save of the game for him. I think it was A.J. Clark that came back, had the opportunity, but it was a left-handed shot, not a righty. So bottom line is we stay scoreless 3 minutes into this one.
Be good for the Wildcats to keep getting pressure in front of the net, get some traffic there when they start throwing those pucks to the net. Pretty easy to stop from the outside, and the goalies can see them.
Face-off will be to the right of Houston. .931 save percentage, .245 goals against for the Shakopee Junior. Where's number 1? I don't know, I'm old school. I like seeing goalies with number 1. Gabe Glye wears number 1 for the Wildcats too.
Absolutely.
Give me 130 and 35 if you're a goalie. Keeping the Wildcat zone. Nichols for the Wildcats. Couldn't quite keep control. It's going to be Zovic, 15 in black. He's unable to hang on. But Shakopee, I thought that got out, but they say Kolchkin kept it in at the blue line. That one got out, though, for sure. No icing.
I hope as this game progresses, we'll be able to work together in our own end to be able to create some more direct passes. A lot of times we're throwing it up off the boards, around the boards. That will help us get up the ice together and have some offense also.
I think we saw that a lot in the opening 6 games this year for the Wildcats. It's something they've really got to focus on. This is Glye, I should say. Gabe Glye with a shot. Or Gus Glye, I take that back. Gabe is the goalie, Gus is the shooter. He's out there with Eddie Moore and Cam Roth. Moore's 14, Cam Roth 23. Moore had the other goal in that Jefferson win. Roth had a goal in the 3-2 loss at Farmington earlier this week. Game that the Cats were whistled for 8 infractions. But yet still had a couple of really quality chances in the closing seconds to get a tie at least with the Tigers. Up and nope, couldn't quite get out. Overskated was Roth on that far side. Shakopee tags. Shakopee changes a couple guys behind the play as Roth tries to control for the Cats, unable to do so. Around the boards, here's Pedersen, 22 in black. Simpson is with him. Sophomore and a freshman for the Sabres. 5 minutes gone by in this one. We are still scoreless. Shots 3-1 Wildcats. As we'll have another icing against the home team.
Right there, if you ever get a chance to look at that play again, we get control of the puck in our own end below the goal line, and we have once we have control, our other defenseman stands right in front of our goaltender. We don't need to protect our goalie when we have the puck. In that case, it was Jensen. He just has to realize that quickly, slide off. We go D to D. We're moving up the ice instead of getting an icing call. That's my opinion on that.
Yep. Well, good to see number 18, Peyton Jensen, back in this lineup. Blocked the shot with his hand earlier this year. Had to miss a couple of games. Coach was joking with me about one thing you got to learn is don't block with your hand. That's right. Coach Carlson trying.
I like the instinct.
Exactly. It's exactly I'm sure what it was. Shakopee just that one shot on goal thus far is Paulus for the Wildcats. And that's going to be too far. Should be another icing. And there is our whistle with 11:24 to go here in the first.
So, Mike, you go back to other scoring chance about 2-3 minutes ago. We had a 3-on-2 rush up the ice. And Glye had the puck. He went in right side, came over. D started backing up a little bit. Number 2 on our team, Ori, came up. He jumped up in the play, and we ended up taking a bad angle shot from the wide side. We didn't even attempt to make a play, and I'm not trying to be overly negative. I'm just saying these types of things give us an opportunity. Sorry.
Now you can be negative. 1-0 Shakopee. Puck just laying there. Easy poke in for the Sabres. We'll see who they give credit to. It looks like 16, first man to the bench. That's Tord if he gets the goal. Tord, yep. Oh, yeah. Somebody might want to keep an eye on him.
Yep, they miss the draw, we lose the draw, it starts the problem, it goes back. Our guys going out, cutting through there, they toe drag him. So take the wrong angle, not getting body to body, shoot the puck, traffic in front. Number 16 has done it all year, puts another one in the back of the net.
Third goal of the year for the Shakopee senior. Jackson Vogel gets 1 assist for the Sabres, and I think they said Jake Marshall got the other. Bottom line is it's 1-0 for the Shakopee Sabers. Quick shot. Houston steers that one aside. Might have handcuffed him just a hair, it looked like, initially. And Cats forced to regroup at neutral. It's Cam Roth. He's ridden out hard on the play by Vogel. Jackson Vogel, number 6 for the Sabers. Feels like we've been calling his name for many, many years. Nice toe drag shot. Good save there, Glide. Had a good read on that one. Puck pops out. Cats, can they get it out of their own zone? They can. And they are going to change. We're going to see 5 fresh Wildcats on the ice. As we've got a whistle because I didn't see the whistle.
Long pass, I think extended stretch pass that ended up offside there. And I suppose you're going to see Vogel again for a few more years. The one Jackson, number 6, that you're mentioning is a senior. You got must be a younger brother, I would assume. That's a sophomore also on their fourth line here. Number 37.
Yep.
Gerard on the draw.
Yep. Cast controllers, Riley Paulus. He's ridden out hard into the corner. Shakopee going to get something going, get this puck out of their own zone. And the puck does squirt back out to neutral, where the Wildcats will try to take over again. Paulus, he'll tip that one in. Up there with Ben Gerard. Gerard, first year in the Wildcat program, came over from Stillwater. Opportunity in front, couldn't quite connect that time. Lockenmeyer. Long shot all the way through. Houston right there with the glove save, hangs on to the puck. A little extra pushing and shoving there, boys will be boys. Nothing will become of it, however.
not yet, anyway.
That's
not
right.
yet. But we've got 5 Ds start the game right now. Hudson Kerr played forward for the first JV game, and now you can only play 4 periods total. He played 2, and then he'll have eligibility anyway to play 2 for the varsity.
Absolutely.
Rotating.
Yeah, exactly. Shot went just wide off the stick of Isaac Martin. Martin is one that Coach Carlson told me the other day. Martin's probably been the best defenseman this week for the Wildcats. He was a kid when we did the Eastview game here, what was that, 10, 12 days ago. Just kind of silently solid. I think was a good way to put it.
Yep, tries to do little things right, and extremely good kid too.
In front, quick shot. Glide had that one read all over. Shakopee looking to make it 2-0 with a great opportunity. They'll hang on to the puck. Will the Sabres down low? This is Siegert. Loses the puck behind the net. Cats just trying to throw it out, and instead it's Shakopee in front off a Glide and in. Nate Pedersen, 22, with the second one for the Sabres.
He's a freshman.
Nice job by Pedersen just to move over, saw the opening.
Puck just fan on a great idea. Escape by Murray. Then they got control, fed it out to a guy low in the slot, and we've got to be aware of those guys. And it went off a piece of Gabe, but got back to the back of the net. So that's their 5th shot on goal. 2 goals here, 9-10 left, first period.
Yeah, Gabe's going to want that one back. Not too often he'll let one go in like that. Cooper Seeger with a second assist. I couldn't quite make out who they said got the first. I thought he said 12, Joey Brislin, but I'm not certain on that. We'll find out at some point. But bottom line, 2-0 Sabres. The Eagan Wildcats, they've scored 2 goals in each of their last 3 games. Scored 3 in their season opener, 5 in the second game, and that's been the high water mark thus far for the Wildcats. So we're going to have first penalty of the hockey game. It's going to be Cam Roth on a trip. Pretty easy call there for the official. As we reach the just shy of halfway through this opening period on ETV. There's your home for Wildcat Sports.
He goes in for the forecheck. He puts a stick to try to knock that puck away, and it goes right into the skates of the defender there coming up the ice for Shakopee, and that's very unintentional one there, but that's also 21 minutes on the year so far for Mr. Roth.
Yep. Going into yesterday, Shakopee's power play was far from proficient, just 14%. Meanwhile, the Eagan PK has been pretty good this year. I think double check our stats here. 85.7%. Killed off 24 of 28 shorthanded situations. Shakopee already with a 2-0 lead. Thought about shooting that time, so they're going to send it back up. Steinhoff back near side. Down low. Good cycle by the Sabers. Oh, they had a man in front. Couldn't get the nice job by the Eagan D.
That was Lance Murray there.
Was it Murray?
Flat sticking him.
Steinhoff up top. And Glide with the glove save. He had a good look at that one off the shot out of Simpson. Didn't catch who the Eagan D was in front, but made sure Glide had a good look.
Yeah, Jensen on back with Murray back there, and 36 seconds into that power play for them. Good chance for our boys to get a break and get some fresh bodies on the ice.
1:24 to go, man advantage Sabers. Vogel in on the draw, loses it to the Wildcats. Wildcats trying to poke the puck out. They do. Here's Kong Prong with a full head of steam, 24 in gray. Nice job to disrupt Zane Orchard, the Shakopee defenseman. Yet the Sabres are going to come with numbers, 4-on-3 if they hurry. Said they're going to set things up with a 5-on-4 long shot. Glide had that. He wasn't sure he had it, but he did have it. I think that was Doctor with the shot for the Sabres.
We had some good bodies, good gray jerseys in front of the net there too. Getting ready to tie up guys here. Right to the center point, he walks, just snaps it to the net. And there was a deflection on the way in from number 16, who's already got 1 goal today.
That was Orchard technically with a shot. Yeah, Toward with the deflection. Midway through the power play for the Sabres. 7:20 to go opening period. 2-0 Shakopee. Goals by Linus Toward and Nate Pedersen. Keeping it in that time are the Sabres. Vogel from the dot. That was knocked down in front. Nice play by the Eagan D. That was 16, Lance Murray. And he's feeling the effects of that one, but sacrificing the body.
That's the kind of player he is. Tough football player too. Lance Murray, I think he picked that up a little bit late. He joined in, another activity to do, and he's a tough kid, and he'll be back. He'll be back.
Shakopee with 34 to go, man advantage. Draw for the Wildcats was more, but Shakopee wins it. We'll set things up. Once again, the cycle down low. Back up top, Steinhoff, far side, that's Kolchkin. Down low, looking to get a man in front. He was there, couldn't get a good shot off, however. Cass might have been a little fortunate right there.
Absolutely.
Steinhoff from way out. That one never got through to Glide. Steinhoff, he'll get it. Drops it off near side. Simpson shot high. Glide hit him in the shoulder. Puck falls down. Not sure Glide thought he had that one, but he did.
Dropped straight down, and it was a good deal for the Wildcats. 4 seconds left on the penalty to Ross. And that's one thing. We got to keep winning those faceoffs in our own end. Part of their power play is they get it from the side. They go to the point. They walk to the middle. They go back to the guy on the half-board side. Then he goes down to the side, and then that guy steps out enough to try to look for that cross-crease pass. They just misconnected here a short time ago.
Cam Roth about to pop out of the box. They're going to try to lob one out. And actually, Roth is going to go to the bench. Thought maybe he had an opportunity there. Maybe they'd catch Shakopee sleeping, but did not happen. And here come the Sabres. Here's Simpson. He's probably due to get off the ice momentarily here for Shakopee. I think he was out the entire power play. Stops, spins, turns, nothing there. Cats, boy, they just cannot get it out of their own zone. There's Siegert aggressive for the Sabres. Nichols will try for Eagan. Paulus is kind of standing there watching, but has picked it away. Paulus gets it back. And puck pops up into the Eagan bench, maybe fortuitously for the Wildcats. Get a breather and some fresh bodies.
Good active stick there by Nichols there late in that play. He just got a piece of it to knock it off that Shakopee player's stick into the middle, and then we started up ice. So, again, you can't give up. You got to take away the space, have an active stick in your D zone, penalty kill, and on 5-on-5.
Shots now 9-5 Shakopee. I think it was 5-2 at one point in favor of the Wildcats. Again, Cats going to break one out of their zone cleanly this time. There's Lockenmeyer on that left side. And Lockenmeyer sends it across. Nobody home wearing gray. Back in front. Lockenmeyer in front. Oh, couldn't quite happen. Paulus was there, but it was just a hair behind him. Come the Sabres the other way, 2-on-2. Nice defensive play that time by Martin for the Wildcats. Shoved to the ice for his efforts. Oh, Shakopee nearly made that one 3-0. On the doorstep was Simpson. Glide steers that one aside as it came in through traffic. The Cats can get this one out of the zone. They can. 1, 2, 3 Wildcats going to the bench. From Shakopee bring it in. Brislin. Glide lets it get around. Comes back near side right in front of the Eagan student section. Nice turnout today by the student section here in Wildcat country, or as they call it, the litter box. Just here at the arena. Don't know where that came from, but hey, I know that's what they call it.
Well, it's great to see the other boys, JV, supporting the varsity here too. And again, I always encourage kids to get out there and support all these different. Oh, let's go back to the action, 2-on-1 here.
Yeah, here's Goyle. A little too high, couldn't get quite over to A.J. Clark, couldn't knock that one out of midair. Well, again, one of the few times we've seen Eagan put something together for more than a few seconds in the Shakopee zone. But yet, here come the Sabres the other way with Hogg leading the rush. 3-on-2, back across, Hogg couldn't quite get the shot off. Shakopee nearly had that one set up ideally. Eagan poking this one out. Time for a change. Will it be a no? They're going to wave off the icing. Probably the right call and by the officials.
And Ori got caught in on the pinch there. The guy sidestepped him, but Briley really hustled to get back to create enough pressure that couldn't get the pass across.
Eddie Moore for the Wildcats. Near side, this is Briley. Or Cam Roth take that, 23. Moore couldn't quite get it as he was spun around in the zone. Kept in far side, Murray, half wall shot. Houston steers that one aside. I think he got a piece of that one. I don't think it went clearly through. Wildcats, Ori from his defensive position. He loves to make that rush into the offensive zone, number 2 in gray. Not going to be almost a dangerous play there, but they get away with it. They've got a man near side. Siegert, shot. Glide, get a piece of it. Puck pops up, and we do play on. Long outlet far side. Nobody there wearing gray, and it should be an icing, and indeed it is with 3:12 to go. Still 2-0 Sabres.
You watch every time number 2 on our Eagan squad's out there, Keaton Ori, phenomenal skater. The speed he's got, the edge work, the control, and he just flies up the ice. And he's, in the old days, defense would get there and they dump it in and they just hold back. He just keeps going, which is good to create some pressure. So other guys can fill in for him.
When you mentioned the guys filling in, I've noticed the Cats doing a much better job of circling back when he makes that run.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Saw some of those early games. It was a lot of odd man rushes the other way.
Correct.
That's turn, tried to get it out. Shakopee, they do get it out. Bad pass, turnover, Wildcats. Shakopee returns the favor. Little battle right here at center ice. 2:40 to go here in the opening period. Little chippers coming up at intermission. Shakopee, they circle. They're going to send it, tried to send it back up top. Intercepted by the Wildcats, and here come the Cats full head of steam. That was Nichols, and he'll make the change as he switches back to the bench. Lance Murray hops on for Nichols. Oh, I thought Murray might go in and contest that one at the half wall, but didn't.
See if it gets all the way down, just enough with a wobbling puck there. Nichols did a good job. He dished the puck up. He was late in his line shift there, so he peeled off after he set it wide, but drive the middle, dish it wide. You see it in the NHL constantly, then drive the net. But in this case, Nichols was a little tired, so he had to jump off the ice.
Doyle on the draw for the Wildcats. He wins it all the way through. That goes wide of Houston. Rebound opportunity right there. Couldn't quite get it. Houston read that one well as Doyle looking for one. And in front, will come all the way out. Kept in nicely that time. Ori right at the blue line. That one would have been a high stick. Would have been no goal, I'm sure, had that have went in, but it did not. Far side. Cats are going to get something set up. Doyle, best offensive pressure tonight for the Cats. Ori all the way through, whistles just wide. Doyle, backhanded around. He tries to find his man, Glide. That's Gus Glide. That shot never had a chance of getting through. Knocked down in front. Cats continue to control this. And here come the Sabres the other way. Number 9 with the puck, Grant Hogg. Shot, he was going far side. Nice job though. Glide got over, read that one well. Cats made a change. Opportunity in front. Cannot be giving those up. You're the Eagan Wildcats. Cats have been stuck on 5 shots on goal for, I'm going to guess, about 10 minutes.
We just had good zone play down there too. We just couldn't get the puck to the net. No, the shooting lanes are gobbled up by Shakopee.
Minute to go in the opening period. Shakopee up by 2. Looking to make a third there with Siegert, couldn't control it. Opportunity in front. Glide with another big save. This game could easily be, what, 3-4-0 right now, if not for Gly?
Just going to say that right there.
Moore overskates it. Battles in there, and it's going to be the Wildcats coming away.
Move it. There you go.
Near side, Goyle. Nice shot blocked by the Shakopee defense, but the opportunity is there, and Eddie Moore just high and wide. Cats really needed that one. So it's going to be Shakopee, long outlet pass. Big collision at center. Eagan, Goyle. Shot, Houston, save, glove.
Nice play. Nice job starting that neutral zone by Isaac Martin there. And Gly gives it out, which is good. Good timing. Big hit there. Here comes Goyle across the line. He's trying to shoot the puck for maybe a rebound even opportunity as Gly's going to the net. Goaltender, very good control there. Pops it up in his glove, takes a whistle.
Shot on goal, never a bad thing. Cass, can they get something here in the waning seconds of this opening period? Long shot, that goes just wide. Houston might have got a piece of that on the way through. Puck in the corner. Puck, I believe, is going to stay in the corner as the final seconds count off. A little extra pushing and shoving. Cam Roth is getting slashed out there by Steinhoff. Roth just wisely skates away. Might have said a word or two of, knock it off.
Yeah, exchanging addresses for Christmas cards, maybe. But good job holding his temper there as Cameron Roth.
We're getting coming up. Shakopee Sabers, they're heading to their dressing room on the north side of the rink. The Eagan Wildcats are going to stay out, going to hop on their respective blue lines because we have what many consider the highlight of Eagan Wildcat hockey. Little chippers with I believe they call them termites now.
Well, they're trying to grow, we know that, but this is awesome. I got our captain here, Gly, moving the net over, getting it all set up. This is such a big deal for these little kids, and that's helps build their own passion for the game that these guys have had other kids from years ago do, and they've come to watch them play when they're in the stands, and now they get to return the favor, and such a wonderful thing. You see these little guys out there, or girls, and they get out there and score a goal. Looks like they're not quite on the ice yet.
We just got to find them now. We're looking over behind the boards, and I'm thinking, many of those kids, you see this little helmet that bobs.
Well, and we did have
speaking of, here they come.
And Mike, we had a great shift there later in that period with A.J. Clark, Goyle, and Briley. They were just dominating down low. And the nice thing about that, the puck went out to side, went back to outside to the point, across. Puck was moving and spreading out the defensive zone players to try to get a shot. Now, again, we're still struggling to get that shot through to the net. We're just off the side, so maybe another opportunity would be to shoot for that deflection goal.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean, like you see in the pros, too.
Well, I'm looking out here, and Dan, it looks like we've got an all-star game. I see Avalanche, Vegas Knights.
How great is that?
The Blues.
Yeah, Calgary Flamer.
I think that's a Mighty Duck there coming up with the pink tape on her stick. I assume that's her on her stick.
That's awesome. Well, stick it to cancer, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is also Stick It to Cancer night. I know they're selling T-shirts out in the lobby here tonight, and they're accepting donations as well for cancer because, let's face it, for lack of a better word, cancer sucks.
Yes.
And, pretty much we all know somebody that's been affected by it.
Absolutely. I dropped off a couple items here between the two games, and no doubt about it. I think this week was a kind of a sad health week for, reminder for our family. My dad passed away just over 3 years ago this last week here on the 14th, and, think about him a lot. And, we all have loved ones that, come to something or have to get challenged by something, and that was Parkinson's for our situation. And, can't complain, though. Got to be fortunate about a lot of good years. And there's a goal scored by number 11.
Just looking out, I'm trying to keep track of how many pucks we have out there. We've got a few more termites just off to the side looking to get onto the ice.
Well, yeah, a couple from the Islanders. And
I think it looks like we got a Predator out there with a pink helmet on.
Look at that. Whoop, boom.
Just got the ponytail going out there. Or is that a Bruin? Blue, yellow, and I can't tell if that's dark blue or black. Yeah, you said an Islander. I think that's a Blue Jacket I see.
Anaheim Mighty Ducker. You know what? Thing is, if you and I were out there and we see all these fall down, boom to your butt, we got a little longer to fall.
These kids are way better than I am. Oh, and I see we have a special guest out there in a red coat. Oh, it's like all the way from the North Pole, we have a special visitor. some of his assistants that are about the size of these termites are very busy at the North Pole right now.
Lots of good boys and girls this year.
Yep. Yep. A lot of them, I'm sure, are asking for hockey stuff at this age.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of us, we try to donate or reach out to anyone that has boys or girls that played. Get some, used stuff if you need it to get into it. I know hockey's not a cheap sport. Neither is dance.
No, it's not.
So get the kids involved. Good reason to be outside. I don't see one of these kids on their cell phone right now.
No. And the thing is, they probably all have one. And I look at speaking of cell phones, look at the visitors' bench just off the top of that shot you see on your screen there. Is it just me, or does every parent have a cell phone in their hand right now?
You can't miss these moments. You got to get these on video, because you get your age, you're not going to remember them all.
2:05 to go in the Chippers. We lost count of what the game score is, but does it really matter?
I love it that they went to multiple pucks. We did that years ago, because one puck's not enough for this group. They just become all a big swarm. It's like when you throw breadcrumbs in the water and all the sunfish come to one spot.
And I think, so the termite, what are these, 5-6-year-olds, I believe? They're termites?
Yep, right. 4, 5, 6 even, 4, 5.
There you go, Calgary Flame. I think.
It might have been a goal.
You know what, I take that back. That Calgary Flame is actually a Wild sweater. From the back, it looks like Calgary with the yellow and black, but no, that's got.
He's going for a second G right here, and it's in.
Another opportunity. You see an
1:22 left.
Yeah. Coyotes have a representative out there, I see.
St. Louis Blues looks like.
The other thing I like, you look at the back of these jerseys, you see so many community sponsors. You Trail Stop Tavern is out there. Wildcats girl I see in the back, and I'm sure there's others we're missing, but the community support Eagan Hockey gets, Eagan Arms, Lone Oak Grill, just up and down, so many folks that are proud to be with the Eagan Hockey program.
Oh, yes. And we're fortunate to have a community. We've got so many great supporters, and this just can only help the program continue to strive and thrive, to improve. And the other good news there is we do have it now this year opened up, that outdoor rink, that Goat Hill it's called, Lexington Diffley. That's got the underground refrigeration and an outdoor rink. It's got the real boards, real NHL boards. Now, hopefully, the next year or two, they can put a roof over that.
Absolutely. By the way, I see Ansari's out there in the back of a jersey, another longtime sponsor of Eagan Hockey.
I've been to all these. Summit Orthopedics urgency room last week. My son Jake,
there's that.
Who you just met, last Saturday at Prior Lake, he had to leave the first period. He got a 4 stitches, a deep cut 4 stitches in the inside of his leg, and he said to the coach, he saw it, he goes, "Hey, can I take one more shift?"
That's a hockey player right there.
I love it.
Absolutely.
But thankfully, the coaches did a great job looking after the kids, and included my son there, and said, "Hey, for his health, he doesn't need an infection." And I told him thank you afterwards. So
biggest cheer of the night so far in the Eagan Arena for the Termites, along with special guest Santa Claus. Termites are going to head off. They're going to get high-fived by the varsity players. Or they're going to try to anyway. Some of these little kids that are really struggling skating, they're still better than you and I probably. So,
well,
okay, me for sure. Yeah, okay.
I'm still skating 2-3 times a week.
Okay,
I got to keep in shape. It's a fun activity for me. To me, it's an exercise. It's fun. You're with your friends. A lot of the same group, Eagan people, community.
Absolutely.
Around here, and it's you get a chance to smile, sweat, kick off your day at 6:30 in the morning, and look forward to it every week. A chance, something we can do, just like golf, something we can continue to do if you're in the right spot for many years. Absolutely.
So let's take ourselves a break here on ETV. After 1, it's the Shakopee Sabers 2, and the Eagan Wildcats nothing. We'll be back in a little bit with second period action. You're watching Eagan Hockey on ETV. Welcome back to the Eagan Civic Arena, where after 2 periods, it's the Shakopee Sabers 2, Eagan Wildcats nothing. And thanks for those of you that stayed with us. You saw the termites out there between periods. Big round of applause for them at the end of their shift. When the Zamboni was out there, there was a huge roar in this Eagan Civic Arena. So we want to make sure we give a special shout out to those of you that watch your division champion Minnesota Vikings come back with overcome the largest deficit in NFL history to beat the Colts. So Minnesota Vikings, Eagan, Minnesota, doing it proud, division champs. So big welcome for those of you that watched the purple. And I didn't see any skull chants here, Dan, but
I'll do it. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
By the way, he's Dan Woog filling in for Nathan Cron. My name is Mike Cook, filling in for myself. Nathan Cron watching us hopefully from Hockeytown, USA, and no, I'm not talking Detroit. He's making that long trip up to the Canadian border for some youth hockey and opportunity. Let's take a look at the first period. As we said, Shakopee 2-0 in this one. They scored that was 5:41 in. Easy rebound there. One of the few Gus Glide really hasn't controlled tonight. And again, Shakopee really kept on the pressure. And that one, he's going to wish he had back.
He got a piece of that one, too.
Or Gabe Glide, I should say. Gabe is the goalie. Gus is the forward. But yeah, Shakopee with some good opportunities. Good save there that time by Gabe. And, of course, the little chippers, the termites. Big goal there for the Minnesota Wild. We lost track on that one, but
that was Little Kirill, I think.
Was it? That could have been. So look at guys like here's Riley Paulus and the Eagan Wildcats coming out, and heck, Riley might have been out here as a termite at one point between periods of a hockey game.
Oh yeah, a lot of these boys were. Well, big thrill at that time. So now we got to jack up, 14-6 shots on goal. We got outshot there first period, but 2 goals. We can come back.
Absolutely.
Boys just got to keep playing hard, competing every shift, get that puck through the net, which we're having a hard time with, even though we were taking some zone play at parts of that period.
I think you and I were just talking off the air, and you said you were talking to a couple of parents, but that last really minute, 90 seconds, Eagan had some good zone time in that Shakopee end. Guys like Goyle, and I think who else was out there?
Clark, Goyle,
Riley, and
Riley Schiff
AJ Clark. That line that's some really good opportunities. So
you got to keep outworking. I mean, you're not going to get it given to you, and you're going to have to keep fighting through it and fight through adversity like you have all year. And you know what? Sometimes you're going to get the bounce, but you got to put the effort and the work in, and keep working on that with teamwork.
Yeah. Linus Tord and Nate Pedersen, the goals for Shakopee. 6 players with points thus far for the Sabres. Very balanced team effort for the team from Scott County. They lost last night in overtime to Chanhassen. I think it was a 3-2 count. Shakopee scored 37 seconds left in regulation on a power play, but the Storm got the winner in OT, and 24 hours later they're here in the Eagan Civic Arena against the Wildcats, who, as we said at the outset, coming off a win over Bloomington Jefferson, a game that Coach Todd Carlson said was probably their best of the season.
Here we go. Let's drop the puck for the second. Here we go.
Absolutely. AJ Clark on the draw for the Eagan Wildcats. Again, Gavin Goyle, 21, and Briley Conk-Prong are his line mates. Cats moving left to right here in the second period. Long change coming up. Man, Shakopee looking to dump something here in the Wildcat zone. Lucas Larson, defenseman number 7. That goes high and wide, long shot. I believe that was toward for Shakopee. Cats, can they poke it out? A good opportunity this time. That's AJ Clark. And nice job by AJ to battle 1-on-2.
That looked like a highway collision down there. There's a lot of cars piled up in that small area.
But I don't think anything's going to come of it. By the way, just 1 penalty in that opening period as you look at the replay.
A little interference at times there.
Maybe. That stick got up a little bit too, I thought. But Cam Roth with the lone penalty of the opening period. Of course, Cam plays for the Wildcats. Shakopee yet to sit for 2 minutes. Cats looking to get something going here in the offensive zone. Eddie Moore and company out right now. Eddie wearing sweater 14 for the home team. Shakopee stops, spins. Moore. Top corner. Number 2 with a great opportunity for the Cats.
His skating ability gives a varsity player, Cooper Seagard, it looks like.
Was it Seagard or Simpson?
Well, I don't know, 11, he would
Let's take a look here.
with the fans quicker, I don't know.
Shot.
I think he's 21 might have missed it.
Did he? I thought Simpson got it. Seeger got the assist.
Okay.
We'll wait for the announcement. Bottom line.
Tough. We go down one side, go down to the right, and we have that breakaway type chance. We can't put it in over the net, and comes back the other way, and they make it pay.
Buck 47 into this period. Cats want to take a whack at it. And a little extra shove that time there by the frustrated Ben Gerard.
Penalty box is on the other side of the rink at this.
And and Gerard's gonna go, I think. They're gonna call him on a rough.
Not good timing for a penalty here.
Nope. I just saw the tail end of that, and it looked like he kind of gave a little something to the Shakopee player. I didn't see if something led into that. Bottom line, down by 3, Cats are gonna go on the peak. Up top, Vogel, long shot.
Hit traffic in front, Nichols.
Vogel try once again, number 6. He'll stop, spin. Will he leave it? Nope, he'll keep it. Sends it back across. This is Orchard. Vogel across. Back in front. Nice job that time by 12 for the Wildcats, Isaac Martin. Opportunity shot. Glide, a great look at that one. Shakopee couldn't quite pull the trigger with Glide. Just a hair out of position as he had to hustle to get back. Under a minute to go in the power play for the Sabres. It's been in the Eagan zone the entire time. Vogel.
You can see they've got a 1-3-1 power play. 1 up top, 3 across the middle, 1 down by the net. And we're at a box. That's when you need to rotate to a diamond.
Glide a piece of that shot. Vogel from way out, and Glide will wisely hang on to that puck as he had Steinhoff breathing down his neck right in front. But check that was Jake Marshall right in front.
What I mean by that is you got to rotate. Oh, here we go. Walk, shot through. Good job by Glide. Find that puck with Nichols and Martin in there helping too.
13:20 to go in the second, 37 to go in the power play. Shakopee puts another power play unit out. Cats put a fresh group of 4 killers out as well. Back across, wide open, that huge save.
Where'd that right foot come from?
Gabe Glide. We will see that on some highlight reels this year. Colchkin saying, how did I not get that one in? But yeah, huge save by Glide. Up top, here's Colchin again. No, he lost the puck. Lance Murray was in there for the Wildcats as the Eagan Wildcats back at full strength.
Well, in that case, we did our second power penalty kill group did come and do a diamond. And when that top guy centers up with their top defense, as soon as that puck goes to either side, he's got to immediately slide back down towards the middle of the slot to take away the cross ice pass then. So that was a good adjustment by the coaches there and the players. Again, just keep practicing that because you got to adjust to what the power play is that you're playing against.
Shots 19-7 in favor of Shakopee. That's 5-1 this period in favor of the Sabres. Cats really got to get this next goal.
Just thinking the same thing, Mike. Same exact thing here. There's
not quite into the bench. Shakopee stops. That was Jacob Lee. First time we've called his name tonight. Or this afternoon.
3.
Habit.
That's right.
This is the first of 4 games here in the Civic Arena today with the Eagan JV for the boys. They tied 3-3 just before this.
Great battle.
Yeah.
Overtime, 6-minute running still, and still nobody could finish it off. We had a couple of good chances late in the game.
Shakopee got 2 goals real quick late, and then Aiden Zilke for the Wildcats with about $1:15 left. But then we've got the girls coming up here tonight. JV and the varsity coming up.
It's a great day to look forward to. A full day of hockey. We'll take an icing here.
Should be. And there is our whistle with just over 11.5 to go here on Stick It to Cancer night here in the Wildcat Civic Arena. I saw the gals out collecting money between periods, and I think a lot of fans were putting money in those ice cream buckets, so great to see everything you can to help fight cancer. As you said, your dad dealt with it. My dad passed away from a version of it, and it just it stinks.
It's good to recognize this and the mental health side of things. It's a big deal in life for a lot of people, and their guy just tripped over Glide. 16, he goes around the net a lot. Toward.
Here comes Ori. Oh, he avoids the check at Toward. Toward got to kiss the glass on that one for Shakopee. But here, Sabers couldn't quite get it with Vogel. It was just checked right down below us. At center was A.J. Clark on a big hit for the Wildcats. Maybe a few of these big hits are going to help fire up this Wildcat offense.
There we go.
Opportunity.
Briley,
absolutely. Nice job of hustling back by Larson for Shakopee. Murray levels a man. And Shakopee unable, or I should say able to get it out of their own zone rather rapidly. Again, the Cats just struggling to get things set up in the offensive end tonight.
Boy.
Gly, another huge save. Zane Orchard robbed that time.
Our back check recognition of the players and the flow of players coming in. Great job of their player buying time. Saucer into a space. 14 rips it. Gly maybe showed him a little forehand side, and you got a little welcome from the other guys in the black squad.
Yep. Nice job of standing up the shooter that time. Again, you're going to look at Gly's stats and you're going to say, okay, but no, he's played way better than his stats all season long.
Absolutely agree.
Again, we've seen it tonight where there's a couple defensive breakdowns of left guys all alone in front where goalie's got no shot, but it hurts his stats.
Right. Nope. And that's what.
That would have been a beautiful goal that time, but Seeger couldn't get the timber on it.
Spinorama.
Shot down low, tried to get in front. Nice job that time by the Wildcats. Let's see who that was that got in there.
Oh, he got whacked on top of the head with a stick. Was Jensen.
Oh, they're going to take them both.
But they better give that guy 2 extra.
Oh. Hey, you don't mess with Jensen. He's a big boy.
He's
junior
tough.
Defender.
He likes to play physical.
He's going to sit, and Cooper Seegert, the freshman for Shakopee.
We should still come out with a 5-on-4 out of this, just because they should have both got roughings, and then the high stick came right over to cross the top of Jensen's back there after they were done colliding. And
6:38 time of the infraction. Calvin Simon looking for an explanation from the official.
Good coach, been around the game a long time, done a good job. People I've talked to that know him understand how he does things, and looks like we're going to come out here with power play and a face-off down the right side. We got a power play coming.
Yeah, seemed to be some confusion on who gets what.
That was the right call there by the referees there.
And Shakopee's going to put a second man in the box to serve the additional 2, I should say.
It's a great time for the Wildcats to put one in.
So I assume we'll have coincidental roughings and then a high stick as well against Seegert.
We got to starts by winning a face-off here. Gus Glides bearing down here. They got Gavin Goyle on the left side and Ben Gerard down on the right along the boards with Murray and Ori. 20%
power play for the Wildcats this season. Great opportunity to get back in this hockey game. That's not a great opportunity. Shakopee's going to come back the other way off the turnover. Shot, they had a man coming down the middle but couldn't get it to Toward. Here comes Eagan the other way. They got 2-on-2. Ori, he'll cut to the middle. 2-on-3. Ori, shot. And Houston read that one just really well. Made that save look easy.
It's a big difference when a lot of guys, especially young guys, you're coming up, you want to come across the line, you want to put forehand to backhand like a toe drag they caught. And Ori cuts from right to left, so he ends up on his forehand, so he does get that shooting opportunity that becomes a danger instead of being on his backhand.
And so leave it far side. Big rebound there. Nice shot. Murray kept it in. Coach Carlson, they kind of moved Murray up top here on this power play for the Wildcats. Kind of a recent change for Eagan.
Quick puck movement.
Kept it in Murray. Oh, that one's squirted out that time off the stick of Toward for Shakopee. Cats numbers were not in their favor going through, but they do maintain control. Odd angle shot, couldn't get through that time. Gus Gly with the opportunity.
Not a real good high percentage shot on a good goaltender.
Halfway through this Wildcat power play. Ori from way out. Houston, good look at that. Puck just, talk about a break for Shakopee, just turns and whacks and out it goes. Cats looking to regroup.
Come on, we don't need to be stick killing there. Now we give ourselves up a chance.
Look out, opportunity. Oh, that was a precious 10 seconds. You're not going to get back on the power play.
A couple heartbeats.
They're darn lucky it wasn't a shorty.
Again, trying to beat guys one-on-one when you're on the power play is not a good recipe for success. We had that back there, Glide, stick killing, trying to dance through guys. Last guy back almost, and again, Gerard coming up the ice. So Hopefully we can watch some film and learn from some of this.
Ori, what a move. Cuts to the inside. He was knocked off the puck, however, by Steinhoff, as Ori didn't have a whole lot of help coming down with 6 to go in the Eagan power play. Looks like the Cats are about to
We
go
only have
over.
4 guys on the ice. We've got 3 guys on the ice now against 4.
Yep.
What is going on?
Yeah, line change issues there. You're right. Eagan still has 4. Here comes a 5th.
Wow.
Is that a coaching thing, or is that just kids not being aware?
It could be either one. You know, you just don't know if they've told them they weren't listening, or coach weren't ready for it. I really don't know.
Moore tries to send it in front, couldn't quite do it. He was looking to get Gley out front. Gley's going to get it.
Tried to stick him through a guy.
Yep, stick to the
Turnover.
chops for it. Big hit at center. Eddie Moore along with Steinhoff. Long shot, Houston. He'll gobble that one up, hit him right in the ass.
Yep. That's that shot where you throw it off the far pad. It's against a good goal. You know this guy's not going to let that shot go in. It's not deflected. It's not screened, and that's where you got to keep it down below that 12 inches or so, whatever that pad height is, and hopefully you got a guy go in the net or bounce off somebody like they did down here on the left to us earlier.
7:43 to go in the second. 3-0 Sabres. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, for those of you that are just joining us. Hopefully you were watching part of that Skol celebration down in downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah, Justin Shriver's out here on this line. Danny Lockemeyer is not at this moment.
Shakopee looking to regroup. Big hit that time, Cam Roth. Boy, I just feel like some of the energy's been zapped out of this building. Good crowd here on hand. Just not sensing it right now.
Yeah. Well, we had that chance earlier, breakaway type chance, and we don't cash in, and they come down and score immediately after that seconds later, and that's a little deflating. But the guys, game's still not over. There's almost a half a game left.
Absolutely, plenty of time. You said you got an Eagan offense, so they've scored 2 goals in each of their last 3 games. Scored 3 in the season opener, had 5 in the second game. Cam Roth, can he put a 1 up for him? No, he cannot. He backhand just wide. Murray, he'll punch it in for the Cats. Cam Roth, he's battling hard over there. Pedersen is 22 in black. Well, Pedersen comes away with the puck. Near side, tried to get it to Simpson. He's got the puck. The left-hander, or the left shot, I should say. But Shakopee changes up. Simpson able to control that puck 1 on about 3.
He's got silky mitts, that young man. Lockemeyer's on the ice now.
Yep.
Tried to feed Paulus.
Yep.
Delayed offside.
And everybody gets back. Hudson Kerr, I believe, his first shift, number 38 in gray.
Yep.
I know Hudson normally wears number 4, but because Egan's wearing the grays today.
Oh, here's a play.
Speaking of Kerr, opportunity.
Kerr!
Opportunity.
Oh!
No, Houston, how did that not get in?
What a play.
Another one goes just wide. Houston doesn't have a stick. Now he does. Shakopee, are they going to get it out? They can. 2-on-1 Sabres. There's Vogel. Vogel shot. Gley with a huge save. Back and forth hockey. Cats, what a great opportunity. I hope we're going to have a look at that save by Houston.
Great shot, staying on side there.
Holtzkin for Shakopee. He's taken out by the Eagan Wildcats. That was Paulus. Peyton Jensen backhands it around all the way down. Should be an icing. And it is with 5:10 to go. But what an opportunity for the Eagan Wildcats.
Kerr was just skating off his hands on his head there.
Let's
What
take a look at this. Stays with it. Wow.
Goalie never quit on that play. Good job by Kerr recognizing the open ice there, and a great pass to whoever, Paulus or whoever that was, right-hander, dished it across. That was beautiful. Just that far from making it happen.
That might have been Hudson's first shift, and he darn near made it a special one.
Well, he had a heck of a game. He had a great snipe, goal, and assist on the JV game out of the 3 goals, too.
So we said Zilke got the winner. By the way, it was Blake Prouty that had the other goal for the Eagan JVers.
Barrel to prong.
And we've got a souvenir.
Great left-handed catch. Who is that guy?
Got a look here. Is that Kerry Boyd?
I don't know. He's throwing it back.
Got the hat on, the beard. I don't know. Can't tell.
I don't think so. I don't recognize him.
I don't know.
It's good to pay attention during a hockey game.
Well, congratulations, whoever made that catch. That was impressive. Not as impressive as Houston's save with the glove with that left hand a little bit ago, but
that was phenomenal. Little play down low, doesn't quite connect.
Even Shakopee out of their zone. Lisa Langamo. First time I think we've called that name tonight too. Junior forward, number 4.
Good job staying in front of the body and taking the cross check was Isaac Martin with no call right in front of the referee.
Sabres trying to punch it in, and they do as they make a change on that far side. I think there's 3 fresh Sabres. Will it be an ice? No arm in the air. We are going to play on here with 4 to go in the second. 3-0 Shakopee. That's 22-13 Sabres. 8-7 this period in favor of Shakopee for the SOG. Offsides, I believe, that time.
That's not the most.
What are we?
Well, the guy shoots it in the net after the whistle, about 4 seconds after the whistle.
Yeah.
Does a little dance in front of 21, your buddy Simpson. And somebody could go give him a little reminder that's not good sportsmanship. And Glide tried to.
A couple of the Shakopee parents apparently over there not real happy with the men in stripes.
They only saw part of the play.
Exactly. The part they wanted to see.
Yeah.
Of course, Eagan fans only saw what they wanted to see, and there we go.
Almost connecting here. Yeah,
Murray got
Offside.
Roth with him, but they were a hair offside. Good call by the official.
Yeah.
Roth tried to get back, but couldn't quite get that left blade on the blue line.
Roth was taken off. He's got another gear in him, and Murray tried to saucer that backhand and just deflected off the stick and didn't make it over the blue line there. We're that close to making these wonderful plays and putting a straight line on the board up there. Good
Sabres
discipline
3-on-2 potential here. Sent it across. No, couldn't get the shot off. Was Howard. Across from way out through traffic. He never got through to Glide. I think that might have been Ori that got a piece of that, or was it Moore? Doesn't matter. It went to the corner and comes back out. Shakopee will be forced to regroup. Forecheck that time, Gus Glide. Shakopee just able to dump it in that time off the stick of Vogel. I thought they were going to maybe change a player on that far side, but Sabres keep all 5 out. Stop, spin. We've got a whistle behind the play. We had a Shakopee Saber. Sam Zovic was on the ice, and I'm going to guess he might have had a little help.
Keaton Ori, a little stick caught in that guy and gave him a little help to the ice there. But phenomenal pass, as you saw right before that, by that Carson Steinoff from way down to your right of the screen, all the way up, splitting all the Eagan players, and wonderful pass. Head up, snap that puck hard.
14:01 time of the infraction. 3rd power play of the night upcoming for Shakopee.
It's tough. You got one of your best players, clearly one of the best skaters on the ice. Now taking a break for 2 minutes out of the last 3 of this period.
Yep. Yeah, Ori and Murray are.
Hopefully he takes a break for 2 minutes. That means they don't score.
Good point. Very good point. Although those of us watching it in Scott County tonight are hoping for something else, of course. Down low, good cycle. Well, the last time Shakopee had that power play, I think the entire time was in the Eagan zone.
Correct.
And they're doing it again right now as there's 1:30 to go in the man advantage. Can the Cats poke this one out?
Oh,
no.
Nichols. Good idea.
Kept in. Nice shot by Steinoff. Credit the official. He was right on that blue line as well.
22, very skilled Nate Pedersen. He just put the puck between his legs before he went around the net.
Nice shot, Glide. He will hang on wisely. Gabe Glide, that will be save number 21, I believe, of this afternoon. As soon as they change the number up on the scoreboard. 1:12 to go in the man advantage for the Sabres.
Yeah, the coaches again did a pretty good job though adjusting on our penalty kill strategy there. So shot from out there, not too bad. Gabe's going to get most of those.
Orchard up top. He shadowed that time. That was Goyle, I should say. Check that coming out 21. In front goes just wide. Cassidy just punched this one out of the zone. An icing would not be a bad thing right here. Or actually, it can't be a man down, I should say. Not icing.
Correct.
Rebound in front. Oh, how did that not go in?
Slightly rolling puck.
Jake Marshall's going to be thinking about that one for a while.
flipped off his stick.
And there's one.
That might have been through a little of a screen. Martin came out to block that one. It almost deserved that after that slight miss on a bobble, but Eagan just can't quite get the next break.
Nope. Lucas Larson's going to get credit for that one, by the way.
Walk across to the center, give it back, step at the face-off dot, rip it through. Again, I think that was Isaac Martin coming out to try to block that puck, and got to keep doing, make yourself as big as possible when you come out to block those, and it was a good effort, just not a good result for the Wildcats.
Second of the year for the senior, if indeed it is Larson. Well, Shakopee had 2 in the first, they've got 2 in the second.
Well coached there in that play, just off that face-off. They got the puck, go back, give it to one guy, he moves up, he slides it back to an open D. Kind of like a lot of it happens in the professionals, and they keep puck control. They were not throwing the puck up off the boards. Good skill and good coaching in the system there.
Eddie Moore, he gets a big check right in front of the student section.
Get in there.
Hudson Kerback out there, 38 in gray.
Oh yeah.
Out here back at the right point, looking for the puck. I'm not sure what that was. Just sent it high across the crease.
Last option, right here. Boom, curve, throw it to the net, for deflection. Moore.
Eddie Moore was right there.
Oh, geez,
that's a little extracurricular and some help.
There you go.
Cam Roth ain't going to put up with that, nor should he.
Nope, shouldn't. That's an instigating on Black.
Oh, we got a couple of fists, I think, were flying in there.
Well, ref let that one get out of control there.
I think it was Carson Steinhoff who initially grabbed Moore. From the initially thought was, I thought Moore was just standing there. It didn't seem to be doing anything, malicious by any means. He was just kind of like, hey, goalie's down, I'm going to get out of the way.
He was doing what he's supposed to do, go to the net when a shot's being taken. Roth back to Kerr. Kerr does a good job getting the net. Eddie just stands there.
And Steinhoff and then Cam Roth. Watch it, just goes on another. I thought I might have saw a fist come flying in over from that left side. Yeah, right there.
Roth's got to go after 2 guys there, one on his backside and one on the front.
And we've got a meeting of the minds. Let's see what these 3 gentlemen come up with.
Might be a short meeting. Oh, no.
Wow.
It's Merry Christmas.
By the way, Dan Woog here filling in for Nathan Cron tonight. Dan, glad you're with us. Nathan, we hope your team's doing well up in Hockeytown, USA.
Nope, we had a good time. They had a lot to look at. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And we'll see. A lot of times it just evens out.
As Nathan might say, I think they're checking with Toronto. Well, let's see what this is going to be all about. I would think Roth has got to get at least 2. Steinhoff, I would think, has got to get 2.
Yeah.
Maybe you stop at that. Right. Again, lengthy delay. We said stick it to Cancer Night inside the Eagan Civic Arena. Again, funds being collected to fight that deadly disease. So many different varieties. It affected so many different people. And Todd Carlson looking for an explanation. We're going to call it. Well, now we got Houston talking to an official. There's Carlson getting an explanation.
I'm still surprised why the goaltender would have any kind of discussion with a referee typically, right?
And they were out. The students down in the litter box were making a lot of noise, and I'm not sure why. I think it might have been because Houston's talking to the official. So Todd Carlson's still looking for an explanation.
I guess if there's a spark that we need, this could be the one.
And you look to the other bench, and Shakopee, Coach Simon is getting an explanation from an official.
I'm trying to figure out what numbers were out there.
And no penalty box doors are opening. The cynic would say, hey, the Cats are showing some fight.
Yep.
But no, we're not going to go there.
Well, again,
so it looks like we're going to, okay, Shakopee's got 2 guys going in the box. Steinhoff, Zovic, Roth to sit for the Wildcats.
I've done a little refereeing on the side too, and it's not easy.
Nope.
I know I joke about it a little bit there.
Oh, you have to.
But when you're down, it's a much different viewpoint from up here than they have. There's a lot of bodies, a lot of big bodies moving fast. The skill level of these guys, top to bottom, is so much better than the 1990 time period playing in high school. And then you see the Michigan goal, and that becomes an everyday event. And I was actually in the rink on the bench when the Michigan goal was scored against us. Against Steve DeBus there, lifted up, put it in, and ESPN highlight.
Absolutely.
Let's go Cats.
So power play for the Wildcats ultimately. We'll have to try and figure out what they sorted out, but
little play there. Goyle tried to hit Murray, come to the net. After it went around the net, he tried to go back short side. That might be the play that beats his goaltender.
full head of steam. Here's Ori. Ori lost the puck trying to go through his fourth defender. Gerard in there with him. And here comes Shakopee the other way. They're going to stop spin. Lucas Larson, a little extra shove behind the play on Larson. Cats, can they get a shot off here before the buzzer? Goyle couldn't get the puck. 3, 2, 1. And the Wildcats are going to go to the locker, but we got some extracurricular. That was Goyle, and I got to admit, that was a cheap shot.
Yep, it was.
Goyle should sit for that.
Yep, that'll create a 4-on-4 here.
Yep.
Start the third period.
I think it was Zane Orchard he got a piece of.
You know, many times this year we've let our emotions get the best of us.
Yep.
You know, frustrated, down 4-0 in this case. Sometimes tie games, doesn't matter. And we're taking unnecessary penalties, which are not going to help us try to fight back into the game. And that's, you know, unfortunately, that's one of your captains here has got to, you know, step up and lead the way a little bit and have everybody follow that way.
So, yeah, we'll sort this all out. We'll see what the officials call. Could be a lively third period as we take a look at the Shakopee Sabers. They head to their locker room with a 4-0 cushion. Can the Sabers hang on? Can the Wildcats get a goal? Hang with us. We'll find out when we come back. You're watching Wildcat Hockey on ETV. Hey, we welcome you back inside the Eagan Civic Arena with 17 minutes to go. Shakopee leads the Eagan Wildcats by a 4-0 count. Shakopee had 2 in the first. They got 2 more in the second. And let's take a look at some of those highlights from the second period. Again, Shakopee controlling a good chunk of the play. And there's one that just somehow got in. The goal was credited to number 11 who had the initial shot. Huge save there at time by Glaive Glye. We said that one's going to show up on some highlight reels. Again, another nice save by Glye. He's got 22 of them as we get set for the third period action. Another one there, not the most, what do you call it, prototypical save. Hudson Kerr, couple of golden opportunities with the Cats on the board. Unfortunately, the Cats still stay at 0. And then finally, Shakopee gets one here with Larson from the dot. Things get a lot, well, let's not say a little chippy. It was a lot chippy at the end. See Cameron Roth going in there after the play, and then this is right at the buzzer. Watch 21 in gray. That was kind of a little bit of a, wasn't as hard as I initially thought it was, but Goyle got called for a rough, as did Shakopee's Linus Towen. So
Even them up there.
Even them up that way. And as we said, 4-0 Cats are around Coach Todd Carlson. Again, Dan Woog here beside me. My name is Mike Cook. We're glad you're with us here on Shakopee Eagan South Suburban Conference play.
Hey, Mike, I just want to comment on one thing to make all this stuff happen, all the workers here, but also the parents, the volunteers that are out there. Their kids are on the ice, and they're still walking around. I saw Melissa Goyle, these guys, Lockmeyer, they do a lot of stuff for this program and the kids and for everybody else. And just want to make sure that that's recognized. It's a lot. It's probably hundreds of hours throughout the year that people are putting in. And there's a lot more people than that. I'm not mean to leave anybody out, but just so everybody knows, it's a lot of work that goes in, and it's a great game of hockey. It takes some effort.
And as you and I both know, it's not just the varsity level. It's JV, it's Bantam, Squirts, Pee-wees, Junior Gold, Mites, Termites. All these parents in the Eagan Hockey Association stepping up, volunteering their time. Everything from hot dog hockey on Friday nights to, I don't know, shall we say tournament get-togethers in the hotels of different areas. But
1-on-2, 1-on-3 here entering the zone. We mishandle it, give it away.
Cats are on the power play as we start period number 3.
Yeah, you just got to say, we keep trying to go through guys when we're on the power play. We have one more body than they do, so we need to move the puck.
Bouncing it off the boards that time was Murray. Well, we set it at 3-0. Eagan's got to get the next goal.
Yeah.
4-0. Yeah, even more so.
All right, good time to be in the power play. Still got 20 seconds. Get up the ice, make an attack.
Yeah, and here comes number 27, Gus Glye for the Wildcats. Good cut to the middle, 1-on-2, forehand, backhand. Tried to leave it that time for Clark. Duo could not quite connect. And Shakopee appears to kill off another power play, which happens right here. We're 5-on-5 as A.J. Clark, and the Shakopee player takes off with his stick that was caught up in his jersey. That's something you don't see every day. And then we had a little extra pushing and shoving, but the whistle is going to be for offsides. But A.J. Clark actually having to give chase to Simpson as his stick got caught. I don't know, was it in the breezers or what? It was stuck on there.
Caught underneath the armpit a little bit.
I guess.
Not as caught as held for a little while at the
end.
I
don't think Simpson knew he had it. He kind of looked back like, what are you doing? But
good touch pass.
Hey, I see number 9 out there, Colin O'Leary for the Wildcats. First time we've called Colin tonight.
Oh, Grayson Robbins, awesome.
Yeah. I believe those guys played 3 periods of JV earlier. It was a 3-3 contest between these squads. They're out there with number 11, Justin Schreiber, senior defenseman for these Wildcats, but they've got Schreiber up at a forward. Here comes Shakopee's number 11 the other way. Seegert called that name a lot tonight.
Squeezed off nicely by Martin there. Got good body position.
Shakopee keeps that one in. Glye, that trickles wide. Down low, Shakopee are going to get something set up. 4-0 Sabers. Can they make it 5? Nice deep move, shot, dice deflection that time off of Nichols. And Glye will wisely hang on.
Well, happy to see that fourth line group there for the most part. They're getting a chance to play or shift early in the third period even. Maybe a little bit of a message sent by the coach between periods that, hey, get ready, you guys are going out. Other guys aren't quite getting it done either, so let's do it.
That's one thing Todd Carlson said to me a couple times this year. You've got, last year you were so senior heavy, especially on those top couple of lines, but this year you've got such a variety of classes, and he says he sees these third, fourth liners. They're pushing the top two, and they're also seeing the JV guys that are pushing maybe the bottom six forwards for this Wildcat squad. So it's a nice problem to have if you want to look at it that way, but on the other hand, you also don't have maybe that top experience on your top couple of groups that maybe sometimes you need, but as the season goes along, that just kind of goes away anyway.
Very well said. And, Coach Carlson said earlier in season 2 about, he started out kind of the varsity coaching when COVID hit, and you couldn't move guys back and forth. And I think there's a benefit to having that flexibility too, because guys can't get comfortable being in a spot. They need to keep competing to keep their spot.
And he had an interesting point when I talked to him yesterday about that, going between JV and varsity. And he said, one thing here at the Eagan Arena, from a physicality standpoint, the varsity and the JV locker rooms are not connected. So if you get moved down to JV, you've got to actually grab your gear, go down the hall to the other end of the rink, put it in the JV locker room.
Yep.
Which I thought, okay, that's interesting when you're, a teenager and you're kind of, you're really down anyway from getting the news that you're going to move down.
Yeah, and I don't think there's been a whole lot of that, the movement part, except for turnover.
Yep.
Deflect into the screen there. I think there's kind of that good-sized group there. But some of these guys are getting to play that JV, get more ice time, get their feet on the ice, get the chance to touch the puck, make some plays. Be at the higher end of that. Now, of course, it is what it is. You're at the lower end typically of the varsity then, but you still want to play. You're only going to get better if you get that ice time in, and still want to be a good sport and also support your teammates.
You could be one injury away from moving, much you don't want to see a teammate get hurt.
No.
But, things happen.
There we go. Need a bounce. We need to get a bounce here, maybe two.
Cats trying to keep it out of their own net. Shakopee's got 4. Cats battling 3-on-1 defensively, and Shakopee's able actually to backhand it down deep. Tried to get it out front, intercepted this time by the Eagan Wildcats.
Gerard.
Yep, Ben Gerard coming up. He's got Robbins with him. Trying to get in front, backhand attempt, and Gerard gets one home for the Wildcats. Eagan finally gets one here at the Civic Arena this season.
Woo! Good job driving the net, finally getting a bounce.
And that play started back in the defensive zone by Gerard.
Yep. Gets across. One guy goes net. Beat your back check to the net, as he does. And Paulus is giving him a little high five there. And Grayson Robbins on the ice as well. Lance Murray and company. So great to see the Wildcats get a goal here the first time in 16 shots here. It's 4-1 now.
For Gerard, that'll be his first goal as an Eagan Wildcat. Riley Paulus will be lone assist on that goal for the Wildcats. We said the Wildcats' second home game, they were beaten 7-0 here by Eastview. I think it was about a week and a half ago, and then Shakopee up 4-rip. But how big of a momentum builder right there for the Wildcats to at least get one up there?
It gives you that hope, that hey, we keep working hard. We have a chance. We just got to cash it in, and you know what? We can get more of those. We're so close 2 or 3 times for sure tonight from getting a. This could easily just as well be a 4-3 game even.
Another opportunity. Glide with the big save. He gave up a rebound though. Shakopee tries to control it in the Wildcat zone, and they do. Oh, nice deke that time by Simpson, but he couldn't quite get around the second defender. Again, Cooper Simpson, he's a sophomore, number 21 in black. Been impressed with him tonight. To me, he plays.
Oh, a little high there. Yeah. Glide's face masks are going up. They're going to call that too.
They are.
Good job by the back referee on that play.
And we've got a little extra pushing and shoving too, as Youngberg a couple of extra shots at a Wildcat. Yep. So Wildcats should be going on the power play here with 12:03 to go. All right, I'll say it in regulation.
Good
actually, they're going to.
No. He shouldn't be.
Who are they getting here? Glide looks like he's going to the box for Eagan.
I did not see
27 in gray. Shakopee has nobody going in.
I only saw his face mask fly up into his face, rise above when he got hit high down the corner. I didn't even see him a big retaliation at all.
No, another meeting of the minds right in front of the penalty box area here in Wildcat Country, Eagan Civic Arena. Hey, while they talk, I want to give a quick shout out. We mentioned the folks earlier, but we got to make sure we mention our crew on a given night because hey, they do all the work. We just get microphones and say talk. They're the ones that are bringing you all the nice pictures and graphics. But Polish Joe Chupik, he's our director tonight. Sarah Paulus, Mia Pardo, they're running cameras. They both deserve raises, by the way.
Yep.
And Ken Trainer is our replay and audio guy tonight. Ken should get some extra cha-ching as well. So again, thanks to all those folks, part of your ETV broadcast. Happy to bring you Wildcat hockey on ETV. And Shakopee does get a man in the box as well, so we'll be coincidentals.
No, you know.
Well, there he's standing around. No, he made a motion like he might be going to the box, but he's not. I think that would have been to serve for somebody, but
Looks like it's going to be 5-on-5 here, looks like.
looks like it.
Okay. Still got sponsor with Raising Cane's, Training House, some others. Make sure you keep them in mind. Oop. Nice job staying with us, Martin. You would have saw that. Colin O'Leary just tried to get a shot out from his knees. He never quit on it. If you saw the Wild game the other night, you saw Zuccarello got hooked down. He's on the ground. He still takes the shot and scores. I mean, that's the kind of tenacity and no quit that you got to have to be a competitive hockey player.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a tremendous goal. And then he had a hattie last night for the Wild as well. But here comes Shakopee looking at an opportunity. Trying to get it across. They do. Nice job at tying up his man was Ori.
Yeah, Gavin Goyle came back on that back check. Nicely done.
Nice block that time. Or Nichols, I should say, not Ori. It was Nichols on both of those. 6, not 2. In deep for the Wildcats. Number 22, A.J. Clark.
There's a good puck movement right there. That was
Ori's shot. That was knocked down by That was Larson, I think, that knocked it down.
It must make the pads a lot better than they used to. Nobody's afraid to block shot.
Yeah, it ain't newspapers and duct tape anymore, is it?
No, love it. Love a guy that's willing to block a shot. You can come on my team.
There's Orchard for Shakopee. Sabres now only up by 3. You know, I think you get that Eagan got that goal too, and it makes Shakopee got to realize, hey, this is still a hockey game.
Oh yeah. Eagan's got a little more energy jumping their step.
Or he battles in front of the Wildcat student section. Now you got me thinking wrong. Or he's pressured by Seegert.
Good idea there. It's a reversal. Now we end up having to ring it around again, which that's the only bad part. Great start to that play with Ori taking a guy one way, reversing it to Murray, but then we ended up bringing the puck around the boards and making it challenging. Don't get control of the puck.
As we approach 7 minutes gone by here in this third period. Shots 3-2 this favor of Shakopee, but the Wildcats the only ones to light the lamp so far. Nearly again. Nice job. I like Robbins there. Got in the way, jumped, split him. But Houston, to his credit, nice job of staying with it, making the save.
You love those guys that are willing to get in front, create the screen to give a chance of that puck to go in. And Robbins is pretty smart with that. He's a very clever player. And you see it again. We kind of comment on the Wild once in a while of what they do, and you're always seeing there's a delayed penalty coming up.
Yep, behind the play.
Looks like it's on shot.
Yep, they're going to call rough on Cooper Simpson. As you said, behind the play, he and Ori tangled.
Just say how important you see if you watch highlights. I watch NHL Network, which you get about a 6 to 8 minute clip every night's games at about 10:30. Yes, I should be sleeping, but I love watching the little things of the game because you get to see who's willing to. You got the Moose, you got number 17, Foligno. He stands for the net. Eriksson Ek stands for the net. And these guys just snap the puck through, and they're so good at shooting, but those guys are in front of the goalie's eyes constantly, especially on the power play. But they have a guy in that position, even 5-on-5, because if you can't get the puck to the net, that guy's releasing behind the net for the dump-ins, and it's a set play. You get ready, you can't get net, you dump it in, that guy rolls off, we get control of the puck again. So what's going on here, another party?
Now they're going to call it a minor. There's officials were meeting. Kelvin Simon, the shot. So unsportsmanlike is the call. But yeah, I saw Coach Simon was talking to one of the officials. It wasn't a heated conversation, just looking for an explanation, and maybe the officials were telling both these benches, like, hey guys, tone it down, knock this off. Because you had an unsportsmanlike there. Again, it was behind the play. Ori was involved for the Wildcats, who has the puck. Oh, and Murray does keep it on the paint.
You don't have to make the call off the Shakopee bench.
No. They definitely thought it got out, but
So now you can tell on that power play, they're keeping their forecheckers at the top out pretty high on our 2D. We're just, again, we turned the puck over there. So what do we need to do now? We need to get the puck down in deep first. Even if we want to make the plays on top, get it in deep, create that spreading out.
Ori down low, that went wide. There's 16 Murray for the Wildcats, down low. Back up top. Shot goes wide of the cage. Eagan back up top for the Wildcats, and he will get the puck. Will he shoot from there? No, they'll send it near side. Nice block that, or save that time, I should say. Houston. It was Orchard that nearly had the block for the Sabres. Power play half over.
Very disciplined penalty kill. Not a bad play there for the Wildcats. So that time they kicked it down to fake the shot. Ori, he shoots the puck a lot, but he fakes it there and sets it up. He just didn't connect on the shot.
Tried to get it ahead to Goyle off the boards, unable to do so, but Ori followed his pass. He gets it, albeit briefly. 8 minutes to go in the third period, 33 to go in the man advantage Cats. They trail by 3.
Nichols head up, look at him enter, head up.
Got in the middle, oh, couldn't quite connect that time. That was Kronk Kronig. Or no, that was Goyle, check that. 21, not 24, all the way down. Cats, if they have to hurry, they might get one more opportunity with the man advantage. So we're down to 9 to go in the man advantage.
Nichols goes cross all the way, nope.
It's gonna go really low. Tried to look for Roth in front. Roth there, rebound. Houston couldn't quite get it. Opportunity rebound. Houston, I think they reached back with his stick. Lost his stick in the process. Shakopee goalie without his stick. And can the Sabres poke the puck out? No, Cats keep it in. Oh, tried to get the deke move that time was more. Great job by the defender. That was Brislin bailing out his goaltender with a tremendous individual effort for Shakopee.
Good shift. Eddie Moore, Grayson Robbins out there again, and Cam Roth. Nichols leading up the ice here.
Let's take a look at the Wildcats with some good pressure. Again, that was 12 and Black got down and really kind of made some nice stops, or got in the way of some nice things for Shakopee. Cats lose their stick. That was Roth off the draw. Squirts out. We play 5-on-5 here with 7 to go in regulation. And icing against the Eagan Wildcats. Wildcats, next up, they play, I believe it's Tuesday night, play the Burnsville Apple Valley Co-op, as weird as that sounds. And that game will be at the Apple Valley Sports Arena. 7 o'clock start Tuesday the 20th. Then the Cats get some 10 days off before they travel out of state, albeit Hudson, but technically you're out of state. That's a 3 o'clock start over there across the border. Be sure and wear your Viking stuff to show the Packer fans up. And then back next home game, January 3rd, Lakeville South here at the Civic Arena. And then Hastings 2 nights later, but Lakeville South probably the cream of the crop right now in the South Suburban Conference. That'll be the next home game.
Is that one of the sporting goods places down in Apple Valley? I don't need to mention because I'm not a sponsor, right? But but it was one of the guys working there. He's a sophomore. We played against them in Bantams last year, and he said that combined group had 22 seniors trying out.
Wow.
22 of the tryouts were seniors. Good effort by Goyle down there.
By the way, if you're a Shakopee fan, you're home against Chaska 7 o'clock at the Shakopee Ice Arena on Tuesday. You're at Lakeville South next Thursday. How about this Shakopee? They're going to travel up 35. Going to take on Hermantown on New Year's Eve. Take on that 1A Power 2 o'clock tilt up in Hermantown.
Always a tough battle there.
Absolutely. Hermantown, a perennial Class 1A Power.
Anytime you got to travel around, play up in the Duluth area and go to Freesburger Ice Arena, you got to be somewhat tough.
So inside just under 6 to go in this one. Shots 30-20 in favor of the Sabres. Cats had some good pressure early this period. Some good opportunities as well on a power play.
Sidestep by Gerard there.
Yeah, needing a little bit of a spark here for the home team. They haven't played since Wednesday. Shakopee played yesterday, so don't really seem to see any ill effects of that by the Sabres.
I'd like to see the Wildcats finish strong here and build up some momentum possibly for the next game.
Absolutely.
Again, jamming off the boards. That could be an icing there.
Should be. Yep. It is 5:01 to go. Interesting, Eagan's not playing in a holiday tournament this year. Kind of traditionally playing that South St. Paul Classic, or Composite Classic. That's what I'm trying to think of it. At, oh yeah, what do they call it? Oh yeah, Doug Woog Arena now?
The cold one on the left side, yes.
Yeah.
That was, honestly, that was a huge, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. Huge feel-good moment for my dad, and the community thing. It's not, there's been a lot of other things, coached with the Olympics, coaching, obviously, golfers and so forth, but just to have that community push forth and change that name, it was pushed by them, not him, of course.
Yeah, much deserved. Although I am like a lot of old timers, it's still Lakota for the longest of times. But
catch myself there too.
Yeah, that one went off. I think that might hit the ceiling here in the Civic Arena, the low-hanging ceiling here, and
kind of like those holiday tournaments and people around, and you get a chance to play 3 games in 3 days or less, and
you generally see some teams you don't play on a regular basis, which is, I think, kind of nice as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the girls have also played in that tournament too, and plus it's a short travel.
Well, that too. It's no Hermantown.
Nope.
Both very blue-collar communities, but nonetheless.
The U12 girls are up in Warroad.
Yep. That's where Mr. Cron is.
Yes, that's right. I saw the picture, the video of him pushing the bus. The bus was stuck or something.
Really?
A bunch of them were out in the back pushing the bus. That was great.
4 minutes to go. Shakopee 4-1. A little late. A hard hit. We've got a player down in the corner for Shakopee.
I don't know how they don't call that one.
Yeah, they did.
Nobody. They didn't have their arms up.
No, you're right. I don't see one, but
it just gets a little dangerous. That's why I say that.
I caught that out of the corner of my eye. I think it's Ben Whitbeck that might be down.
Cooking?
You're right, 3. Coltrane.
Thought he's up healthy there. Looks pretty healthy anyway.
I don't know if we've got a replay. Here it is. Let's take a look.
Yeah. The guy's clearly facing away from you. You just can't do that. That's just too.
Yep. Cat's got away with one there.
Yeah, and it's just not the right thing to do.
Nope.
I don't care which team you're cheering for. You know what? These kids' health, safety, well-being is number one. This is a game.
Absolutely.
We love it, love the game, but got to play the right way.
And I don't think there was intent on that one by any means, but absolutely, play like that, you've got to call it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Here we go. 3:48. Ring around. Good support pass, huh?
Good hustle that time by Conk Prune for the Wildcats. KP, they call him. 24 in gray. Actually, he was in front.
Goyle tried to feed it out front there. Good effort by Gavin Goyle.
I keep calling Goyle. Get the 21 and the 24. I don't know if it's the gray jersey or what it is. Sweater. Ori with a shot. Houston watches that one go aside.
He snapped his stick. That'll cost at least $300.
Oh, yeah. There's some parents cringing right now.
Scott, Ori's not real thrilled right now.
We saw Santa here earlier. It's probably still time for the Elves to do something. Got to give Houston credit, by the way, in that Shakopee net. He's got 19 saves. He had a few big ones, but he had 43 yesterday against Chanhassen, and he's looked just as fresh today.
Yep.
And he's just the junior for the Saber squad.
Boy.
And I read, I think it was in their local paper, where Calvin Simon said this might be the best goaltender Shakopee has since their 2005 section champion team. That's a pretty good kudos right there.
Yeah, very much so. And Calvin, again, he understands the game of hockey very well.
Shakopee in front trying to get that 5th one. As I said, they had 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Get to light the lamp in the 3rd. Cats do have 1. Can the Cats get 2? Shot. Houston watches that one go. Got a piece of it as it went aside off of Gerard, who got the Eagan goal.
Nice play.
Oh, there's the goal. That one's Jackson Vogel. He's been close a lot tonight.
Phenomenal pass out of their zone.
Yes, absolutely.
All the way across ice. just knows the time, the space, and how hard to pass it. Here it is, a replay. Off the goaltender, he's going to get an assist on this.
I think so, yeah.
He's getting pressured, gets across ice. Goaltender will get an assist. He probably deserves it. Murray tries to get him.
Just 5. Yep, nice job. Just split it.
Cutting across, hit the 5-hole as the legs start to have to push off one side to open up. Nice finish for Vogel.
We're giving Houston an assist. I don't care what they say officially.
He deserves it.
He should get one.
Oh. Goaltender went off him. I gave it to him.
They gave it to Larson. I don't know. We'll check that one out, but here we go. We're still giving Houston an assist.
Yeah, absolutely.
5-1 Shakopee. Going to be heading back down Highway 13 and 169 with a W.
Leary's jersey just flying in the wind.
I saw that.
Just awesome.
I noticed that earlier with him as well.
Some of the guys a little wider like me, not enough jersey left to fly in the wind.
You see,
not going fast enough.
Yeah, long shot there. Rebound in front.
Come on.
Schreiber couldn't quite get that one off. And it's Schreiber, O'Leary, Robbins out there for the Cats.
Oh, it would be nice to see Schreiber get his first career high school goal.
Isaac Martin back on D right now. Number 12. He's out there with Kerr. I wanted to mention Grayson Robbins. I heard he had a pretty good JV game up at Jefferson. I heard it was a 10-2 Wildcat win.
Yes,
and he had how many goals?
He had netted 5 goals, and there were some pretty goals. And at least 4 of those goals were assisted by his buddy Hudson. And I watched those guys play with my son Jake in the spring and the fall league. You know, it's red-black. It's not elite company, but those guys, you know, showing up every game and making plays and they're being creative, you know, and making hockey plays. You know, they're not just shooting from the boards and stuff like that. So it's fun to see him get rewarded. And Grayson's a great kid. He's also a referee.
Nice.
You know, so he's contributing back and making a lot of money doing it too.
I was going to say, I know some more kids, even like some of the junior gold kids are doing it. And yeah, that's a nice little chunk of change for an hour of work, hour and a half.
Yeah, I just heard it's $75 for our junior gold game, and Hudson's working one tomorrow.
Yeah, my son's just he's doing some of the younger kids, but it's, you know, first year referee, and they start them out young, which is great. But a number of like the young junior gold kids, Bantams last year, that are doing it this year. It's like $45 or $60 a game, depending on if it's a tournament, not. But, you know, great opportunity for aid. Not only you get to keep playing, but now you're refereeing, you're making a little extra cash.
And we did get that little chipper stuff. We had to also mention these varsity boys and JV. They all jump in and they have been assigned a youth hockey group, different levels of teams, whether it's sports, peewees, bantams, whatever it may be. And they jump in. They're required. Coach Mario says at least 2 times a month minimum. And most of the time the boys want to do more than that and make sure they get actively involved and be with the kids and communicate and associate and create a conversation and put smiles on these kids' faces too.
You know, I think that's awesome because I don't care if you're an Eagan Association, Shakopee, whoever. When you're a mite and escorting the people, you're looking up to the varsity. I mean, these are the guys you look when you want to be them. Maybe not today for the Eagan varsity as they end up falling by a 5-1 count, but yeah, you want to be able to put on the big S, the big E. They'll represent your school.
Absolutely. It's a great thing. It's part of growing up, and you always look back and remember a lot of those days, and those are a lot of your friends that are there for the long haul.
So the Wildcats come up short by a 5-1 count. Gerard with the goal in the third period for the Eagan Wildcats. But unfortunately, the Wildcats are going to fall to 2-5 on this season. They're up Tuesday over at Apple Valley against the Burnsville Apple Valley Co-op. As we look at some of the goal replay here, that gave Shakopee that quick 1-0 lead, and then there was that. Turned out to be the game winner, but again, just a tough afternoon for the Eagan Wildcats. Nice to see him get that one late. But yeah, you look at all of our crew. Got to thank all those people, hardworking.
There's the Gerard goal here. Yep. He follows up after his shot, keeps going.
Just a nice deke.
Sneaks one finally past Susan.
Finally is the key word, and then we get this one. Somehow they gave it to Larson, but that's not Larson, number 6. So doesn't matter. That's Shakopee. That was Jackson Vogel. Bottom line, Shakopee 5, Eagan 1. That's going to wrap things up here in the Eagan Civic Arena. Again, thanks to Dan Woog, our special guest here tonight.
Hey, I enjoyed it. I had a blast. I love dissecting the game. Mike, you did a great job, and you've done it for 25 plus years. I had to research you, see who I was working with.
No pressure. Nathan Cron, we miss you, buddy. Get back here because Dan's talking too big about me. So anyway, Shakopee 5, Eagan 1. On behalf of the entire ETV crew, my name is Mike Cook. We say thanks for being with us. And it is tradition, last game of the year before the holidays. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.